Welcome back to KION News First at 10. Time now for a full look at that Weather Authority forecast. And Lisa, it's a bit chilly in here, but it was a great day to be outside.
It was a beautiful day, no matter where you were. We had lots of sunshine and temperatures very pleasant, very comfortable. They did come down a bit, even at the coast, so really nice. We did have those winds, though. They became quite gusty in a lot of areas, and we'll see that again for tomorrow. Now we've got a healthy-looking marine layer, so it is allowed to deepen, and that's giving us some lower visibility in some spots, so please be careful through tomorrow morning with your morning commute. Kids headed to school, we are looking at some lower visibility along with some fog, patchy dense fog, which causes that, and also some drizzle. And we can see that here as we take a look at Domenico's on the wharf, how it looks kind of cloudy there. We've got overcast skies. Even here in Salinas, we've got overcast skies. So we are looking at those coastal clouds, and we've got the gradual cool down. We saw a little bit today, but officially begins tomorrow. You'll probably notice it. You'll definitely need a jacket for tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening as well. And we are looking at that holiday weekend. Labor Day weekend's coming up. Looks like we're going to be pretty seasonal. We could be a little below, a little above, but right where we should be for this time of the year. So all in all, it's looking pretty good for us. It's going to be quiet with sunshine and dry. So we're looking good. 24-hour temperature change, you can see we do have some cooler temperatures already. So we'll continue that trend as we head into Thursday, Friday, yes, Saturday, Sunday as well, but feeling good out there. We've got those numbers in the 50s and the 60s. We're still looking at 72 for Fort Hunter Liggett. We're looking at 58 for Monterey, Watsonville, even Santa Cruz at 59 degrees this hour, and then a little bit warmer as you head inland. We're looking at the upper 60s. Everybody should be in the mid 50s to the low 50s, so we're going to be somewhere where we were even this morning. That's pretty much the same, so not a big change there. It will be our daytime temperatures. Those winds, though, really picking up today, even out over the waters along the immediate coastline, around the peninsula and inland too. We had gusts up to 30, 32 miles an hour, calming down quite a bit for this evening, but we'll see those winds pick up again as we head into tomorrow afternoon, and that will extend into the weekend as well. So looking ahead, you can see we're not looking all that bad as far as that color shows the warmth. We're watching this low pressure system out over the water. Watch as this continues to move in this direction. That's why each and every day we'll have a cool down. So it will be gradual, but you can see already by Sunday getting closer to shore, and that's going to cool us off. So that means even for Labor Day, we're looking at some cooler numbers as well. But guess what? That moves out of here. High pressure moves in, and that's going to warm us back up. Look at the darker colors. Already by Tuesday, we've got some warmer air in place, and we'll be like that for the rest of next week. So here's a look at your forecast then. It's pretty quiet overall. We're looking at those numbers in the low to the mid 50s where we've been, and we'll deal with the fog and the coastal clouds tomorrow morning. Then plenty of sunshine in the afternoon, a little breezy. We're looking at anywhere from 71 Capitola all the way up to 90 for Boulder Creek, a lot of 80s in between. And then as we head into Salinas, today we were in the 70s. We'll be there again for tomorrow, maybe a little bit cooler for Castroville, Watsonville, Prunedale, Gilroy 89 tomorrow, Morgan Hill 91, Hollister will stay in the low 80s. Around the peninsula, temperatures maybe a couple degrees cooler. We're looking anywhere from the mid to the upper 60s. Again, Monterey was in the 70s, so a little bit cooler there. And then as we head inland, we're looking at a lot of 80s here. Still hot in the far south, and even through the Pinnacles, we're looking at the 90s. Everybody else, we're looking at the 70s. Big Sur 72. So the next 7 days, you can see this gradual cool down even along the coast. Sunday will be the coolest. We'll be in the low 60s, but we rebound by Tuesday. A lot of areas in the 70s. Same inland. It will stay breezy with plenty of sunshine. By Tuesday, most areas will be up into the 90s.